Hello, Lori here on Vancouver Island, and as you know, gardening season is coming, and I'm involved in a couple of things this gardening season. So the Canadian seed swap is something that Hickory Croft Farms thought up. And it was kind of funny because I kind of pushed them into it. They casually mentioned it on one of their live streams that I was on. It might even have been their very first live stream. And I was like, oh yeah, we should do that. We should do that. So then the next time I saw them, of course, I was like, hey, what's going on with the seed swap? And so they put it all together and they're doing all the work, and kudos to them. They're doing a fantastic job of it. So far, I think there were 15 or 16 people signed up. And growing by the day, there's still more people who are getting into it. You do have until the 24th of January to get your information in for the seed swap. Yeah, there are no YouTube requirements for getting involved with the seed swap. Anybody can do it. All you need to do is send an email to hickorycroftfarm@gmail.com, and I will have a link to that down below so that you're able to get in touch with them. And you can, again, if you're not a YouTube creator, you can send a list of your wish list, and they'll try matching you up with people who have those seeds. And then one of the things that we're hoping to do is, as we build this community of Canadian gardeners, is to kind of keep track of what happens with our seeds after we send them to somewhere else. You know, particularly if you have heirloom seeds and they grow particularly well in your area, it'll be interesting to follow them and see how well they do in other parts of the country. We have got all of the growing zones, I think. I know that we can go from a growing zone 1 up to a 9, I think, maybe even a 10. I don't know. I would have to look. I know I'm in 8B. So, and they start at 1, and there are all the zones in between there. So it's very diverse, and some people have a shorter time. Anyway, I'm going to get to it and show you guys the seeds that I got. And then I'm going to show you my tomato seeds, because I do have a couple of tomato seeds that people might be interested in. Anyway, I got some Mexican tarragon. And, oh, those will go with the tomatoes. I got some dwarf Munstead lavender. So my lavender plants, I pulled them out and moved them. They were getting huge and awkward, and I wanted to get everything out of the backyard that wasn't vegetable related. So, I mean, I don't particularly care if the deer eat my lavender, right? But I do care if they eat my tarragon or, you know, any of that stuff. So I got some lavender to go out front. And, oh my, those are big cilantro seeds. My cilantro seeds were a few years old, and I didn't save, well, the ones I saved from last year, I just turned around and planted them right away. So I've got some cilantro, and I've got some dill. Now, are these heirloom? This is a dwarf dill that is ideal for containers. So I'm going to put it in containers along with maybe either a tomato or a pepper, and we'll let them grow together. And then let's see, this is, I don't know, it's a premium seed. It says Santo long-standing cilantro, but it doesn't say if it's an heirloom or an F1 or an OP, which I now know is open pollinated. Mark told me that. So yes, I know what that is, but they don't say. But do herbs have heirloom seeds for herbs? I don't know. Anyway, I got a couple more flowers, another type of zinnia. Goes down there. And then I got some more spinach. This is more of a cool variety that I'll be able to put outside. And I got some more onions. I got some green onions. And I got some sweet onions. These are supposed to be quite big. And it's an OP, so that's open pollinated, I believe. These, it doesn't say, for the scallions, it doesn't say. But there's 255 seeds in there, so I'm sure I can share a few of them. Kelsey holds the world record for the largest onion at over 15 pounds, but stays mild and sweet. So I'm hoping that I can make this bulb up. I've never been able to make an onion bulb up very well. So, and then I got an Ailsa Craig onion. And I don't know, like I ordered these before I knew that things could cross-pollinate. And so I don't know that I don't know if I can save this. I guess I can still save the seeds. This is another open pollinated one. And then I got some carrots. These are an F1 hybrid. They're called Viper. And then I got some nice deep purple ones. They're another F1 hybrid. But those have lots of seeds in them too. And then I got some drying beans, some black turtle drying beans, and some, these are like a pinto bean. They're called Taylor horticultural beans, but they're like a pinto bean. So, be willing to share some of those too. So then let's look at tomatoes. So I'm actually going to try growing tomatillos for the very first time. Well, I can't say it's the first time because I did grow the Aunt Molly's cherry, which is technically a tomatilla. Tomatillo, I think, tomatillo. Anyway, so I grew those last year, but this year I've got, not only do I have the Aunt Molly's ground cherry, which I've got a ton of seeds for this. This package here has almost 600 seeds in it, so happy to share some of those because apparently they might even come back in my garden from last year. We'll have to see. But I also got some tomatillas because I was looking at some different salsa recipes. And this is a toma verde, which I think would be fantastic in a salsa verde. So I'm going to try growing that. And I think that this is very easy to grow, 70 days, open pollinated. I think it grows, so 1.2 meters. What's that? That's about 3 feet across and almost as tall. Oh my gosh, that's going to be huge. That's at least as big as the Aunt Molly's cherry. Oh no, where am I going to put these things? I'll find somewhere. Anyway, and then I also got, now there was a Grow Inside Tomatoes challenge this year. And oh, these don't have very many seeds. So I don't know if I'm willing to share them this year, but I will be willing to share them next year for the Canadian Seed Challenge. I've only got 10 and 15 seeds. These are some little bush tomatoes that are supposed to grow quite well indoors in a pot. And I would love to be able to have fresh tomatoes all year round. That would be fabulous. But I can't, well, I don't have room for a greenhouse. I don't know. We keep looking to see if we can't do something, but I don't know. Anyway, those are off the list until next year. Next year you come back and we'll do those. So I got these are these an heirloom? Nope, these are also an open pollinated. These are called Black Crim. They're a main season tomato. Oh, it is a classic heirloom with vigorous, indeterminate growth. So it is a vine. It's going to be one of the ones that's going up in the back. That's more ant chip. And then I've got these. These are an F1 hybrid. They're a sweetheart grape. Do I have? I don't know if I actually, are there any? There's some seeds in there. I don't know how many I have. Oh, there was only 10 to begin with. I guess I should have saved some of those. Anyway, these were a really nice grape tomato, and I'd be happy to send a few seeds anyway. And then, like I said, the Aunt Molly's. I've got a ton of Aunt Molly's. And then I've got one that's just marked heirloom tomato, and that's because I have no idea. The tomato came from not, it wasn't even the farmer's market. It was dropped off at the resource center as a fresh tomato from we have a garden that grows for the resource center that I do work for. They have a local farm that grows produce for their food bank. And when we were volunteering in the food bank, they said, take some tomatoes home because they got so many of them. So we did, and I saved the seeds out of that. Now, I don't know. I don't know if they'll grow or not. It's hard to say. I didn't ferment them like they say you're supposed to. I just scrubbed them really, really hard against a wire strainer thing. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got. That's what I have. And so you'll have to look back to the other video. I should make a note that I'm saying that and actually leave a proper link up in the corner. I will try to remember. You all know I'm bad at that. Mom is pretty good though. She comes and reminds me after she watches the video. She comes and says, hey, you forgot to put such and such up there. So let's think of a shout out for today. Let's shout out Simply Jan. I've been watching her channel on the TV for the last couple of days, and she has got some really interesting stuff. And she is just the sweetest lady. So if you're looking for a few laughs and some great gardening tips and some great homesteading tips, go over and check out Simply Jan's Homestead. And yeah, I'll leave her link in the bottom too. I want you to have a fantastic day. I will see you soon. Bye now.